Why are you here?
That's what I'd want to ask you.
This isn't somewhere where some unemployed, uneducated person can just turn up, you know? Just stop making up lies about his background.
What are you saying? He's one of my important business partners.
Phew, I finally made it. I'm Akihisa Hiyama, 28 years old. The peak season just ended, and I'm finally beginning to relax. It's going to be more chill from now. Suppose I could take some time off at home.
Akihisa, you've made it.
Good job to you too, Julia. She's Julia Konda, my junior and my friend for a long time now. She's a secretary at the company. She's so polite at work, but when it comes to outside of work, we interact as normal friends. It looks quite peaceful on the surface.
Hey, Akihisa. Hey, marry me.
This again? Let's just stay friends. See, she keeps pestering me every day.
So rude. You're really so brutal to me.
I'd say that right back at you.
I'm always proposing to you.
Jeez, you have way better prospects than marrying me, Julia.
But there's nobody as handsome as you.
That's not true. Don't get me wrong, I'm happy to be receiving such feelings. But she's only a friend to me. And it would be rude to date her when I'm not returning her feelings. So I turn her down every time. Whatever you say. There's a wedding next week, isn't there?
Oh yeah, our clients.
CEO Ryo Kawakami is one of our important clients. She's about to get married. Although she and I are the same age, she's the CEO of a startup and has the incredible talent to manage multiple projects, attracting a lot of attention. Her fiancé is apparently a classmate from high school, and they decided to get engaged after he pestered her non-stop. Since she's a valuable client to us, everyone from my company is attending the wedding.
So romantic, isn't it? That a miserable crush is finally growing into something more. It's like a cherry blossom that's finally blooming after so many centuries.
That's a cheesy metaphor.
What if we went with that flow too?
Okay. Just friends, please. It's the day of the wedding.
Wow, this is beautiful.
Wow, yeah. The husband looks really happy too.
So enviable. That's why I'm saying. Oh, excuse me.
No problem.
Wait, Hiyama? Why are you here?
That's what I'd want to ask you. Reira Sayonji. She's a colleague from the company where I used to work at before, but to be honest, I'm not very fond of her.
You seem pretty dull, as always. You see, you can never expect so much from people who didn't even finish high school.
She flaunts how she graduated from a top college at every opportunity she gets, and uses me to feel better about herself like this. It's true that I didn't graduate from high school, but there was a reason. I was beginning to feel really annoyed at her. But since the company went bankrupt, we didn't have to see each other anymore, and I was feeling at peace again. Never did I even imagine I would meet her again on such a day. God can be so fun-loving, can't he?
Well, since the bankruptcy, I've been working under CEO Kawakami. The pay is a lot better than what we used to get from our old company. And you know, I've been living the dream celebrity life thanks to her.
That's so cool.
By the way, it feels really awkward that you show up to such a fancy party. This isn't somewhere where some unemployed, uneducated person can just turn up, you know?
Don't make assumptions about me. I do have a job, and I have my own reasons to be at this party.
It's true, anyway. Why are you so stuck on his education? Well, being well educated means that you've been stuck through all his academic demands. If you manage to go all the way to university, you can gain enough common sense and you learn a lot about society.
Sure, that's not wrong, but every person has their own situation. It's not great to stick your nose in other people's private lives, you know.
You're making excuses again. I'm just saying, we don't need unemployed people showing up to this kind of occasion. Stop, please. Akihisa is...
It's fine, Julia. It's not going to make any difference talking to her about anything.
But...
It's fine. Let's just go over there, shall we? Just then, as if she had just sensed something was happening, CEO Kawakami came over to us.
I'm sensing that something's wrong here. What's up?
Hello, this person's not supposed to be here. Please let him out. It happens sometimes. Someone wants to experience being fancy and they come sneaking in. He's an ex-colleague of mine, so I know he never went to university. And he hasn't even graduated from high school. And he says he's invited to the party. Strange, isn't it?
You've been so rude to him. Akihisa is...
Fine. Just stop making up lies about his background. You should leave with him too, you know.
What are you saying? He's one of my important business partners.
Wait, business partner?
Yeah. You've heard of Scato Company, right?
This is true. I'm the CEO of the PR company, Scato Company. I started it after my ex-company went bankrupt, and thankfully, I've built many great relationships with other companies. Ms. Kawakami's company is one of the most important partners I have.
That has to be a lie. It's the one getting a lot of media attention for being so groundbreaking, right? And the one that even has international partners?
I didn't know it was that famous.
Really, how rude are you being? Scato Company understands their clients' demands so thoroughly, and they have so much integrity. All of it is thanks to Mr. Hiyama looking out for everyone involved in his company, I would think.
You're being too kind.
It's true, though. Akihisa treated his colleagues and his business partner with so much love. He's like the company's father figure. How could you be a CEO when you haven't even graduated from high school?
Fine. I'll speak now, if you really want to hear it. I've actually graduated college, you know?
What? Don't lie to me. You said you didn't even go to high school.
I didn't. Not to a Japanese high school.
What does that mean?
Well, my father brought me to the US where he worked, which was right after I graduated from middle school. So, I went to high school and college in the US. Once I started to explain, Sayonji seemed flabbergasted.
So you've been lying to me all this time.
It's true that my education in Japan stopped at middle school, so I didn't feel like I had to correct you. And your education isn't something you should flaunt to everyone, right?
That's right. You've been flaunting your education in your company too, haven't you? Once you've started a job, it's your character and attitude that's more important than your education. Didn't you know that?
But that's... Unlike you, I hate coming to a decision about somebody when I've only seen the surface. What's up with you? You've been really forward with me. Of course, I would be upset if you're slandering my future husband.
What? Julia?
Oh, so you're his girlfriend then?
That's right, that's the plan. I mean, I've been trying to get his attention since college, so why not?
Julia and I used to be in the same class back in university, where she was my junior. After I left Japan when I graduated, we only communicated over social media. But when I started up Scato Company, she came back to Japan and started work. She took the necessary exams and officially became my secretary. By the way, she can speak fluent Japanese because she's half American and half Japanese.
Why are you so obsessed with him? He's so boring.
You really don't understand people, do you? Akihisa is the most handsome and kindest person.
What?
At the time, I was not a bright student, and I was struggling so much preparing materials for our group debates. But then, Akihisa would come around and help me out, and we managed to prepare together. Since then, I became more confident about my own abilities and graduated with good grades. If Akihisa hadn't been by my side, I wouldn't be where I am right now. Akihisa is who saved me. He's my hero. As long as he is with me, I can get over anything. So I'm not going to give up. Wow, you're so loved, Mr. Hiyama.
Oh, That's...
It wouldn't be nice to her if you're going to be so reluctant. Why don't you start being a man?
I can't believe I'm losing against Hiyama.
It's not a problem of winning or losing, is it? And Sayonji, because of your attitude, we've been getting a lot of complaints from other colleagues. We will talk a lot about this afterward, okay?
Yes. Alright.
Thanks, Julia, for covering for me.
Why wouldn't I? I can't just stand by while my fiancé gets slandered. Anyway, now you know how much I love you, right? So please marry me.
So I want to think about it, but is that alright?
What? So you're not saying just friends now?
Well, yeah.
So that's... I can be hopeful about it now? One step forward! Yes! Ouch!
Oh, there. You're in heels right now, so be careful, yeah?
I mean, I'm so happy.
You're bleeding. So let's just go fix it up at the park, okay? From this moment, the way I saw Julia began to change, both as my junior and as my friend. But a month since then...
Hiyama? How dare you?
Sayonji? What happened?
Oh, don't ask me what happened. You've made my life so hard.
Apparently, Miss Kawakami had gone pretty far with the events at the wedding.
I can't believe you behaving like a child around my guests.
Sorry.
We were fortunate that Mr. Hiyama was so generous about it this time. But judging people based on their background is just too rude.
Why? Why do I have to be yelled at on something so small?
And also, I've been receiving some words by our colleagues. But it seems like your behavior's not been great.
What are you talking about?
It seemed that Sayonji had been pushing her tasks on other people and slacking off at work this whole time.
Miss Sayonji, have you submitted the quote from the other day yet?
Huh? I don't know about that.
The deadline is today. Put your phone down now and get to it.
I can't. Why don't you do it? You look a bit bored.
I have other things to do today. You need to do what you're assigned to do, alright?
Just shut up. Why don't you? I can't be bothered to do something so stupid. I only do fun things, so...
Hold on a moment. We're not done talking.
See you tomorrow.
Reida loved to get others to do what she didn't want to do. At the same time, she would take credit for others' work and act nice around her seniors, earning herself a horrible reputation among her colleagues, and eventually got herself reported to the CEO. But the CEO already knew what she was really like. Once she started investigating, the evidence wouldn't stop.
What do you think your office is? Is it your living room?
That's not true.
I'm not here to listen to your excuses. If you keep acting like this, the company's going to suffer. Do you understand that?
Since then, she became infamous in her own workplace and was forced to quit her job. She earned herself a reputation at work, so there wasn't anyone to come to her aid.
Thanks to you, I can't find a new job. And I don't have enough money to keep my apartment. You made my life turn into this, so you should take the responsibility to hire me.
What makes you think like that? It's your own fault that you ended up this way. Don't go turning it into my problem. Are we done now? I have work to do. Sayonji suddenly flipped out and started to stomp her feet.
Don't kid with me. How are you so heartless?
Who do you think would want to hire somebody that starts insulting people out of nowhere? If you really want to get hired, write your application first and take an interview.
Fine, then let's start an interview now. If I really think about it, your company isn't that sophisticated. I'll be CEO soon and replace you.
I wouldn't think you could, though.
Julia?
Akihisa is someone who can think about every colleague, not only about the company. If there's an issue, he doesn't go around attacking people, but he leads everyone to a solution. That's what a true CEO is. Are you saying that's within your capacities?
Of course it is.
Oh, really? You, who loves to pressure others into doing your own work and take credit for it?
That's because people let me take credit for their work.
Right, that's already a red flag. Goodbye.
Huh?
Taking undue credit is immoral, no matter how you look at it. And if you're making it the fault of the victim, you're not right in the head.
That's true. You've been hurting other people like this constantly, right? If I let you into my company, everyone is going to be your victim. As a CEO, I can't take that risk. Understand that and leave us. Sayonji was unable to say anything. She excused herself immediately. That night, I spoke to Julia. Julia, I want to talk with you.
Can it be true? Are you proposing?
No. Well, would you like to go out with me?
What? Is that...
If I'm being honest, I've had feelings for you since last year, but I couldn't let go of the idea of us as friends. And it didn't feel right to ask you out when I still felt that way.
Akihisa...
But on the day of the wedding, I saw you take my side, and knew that I really liked you. If you still don't mind, after so much time not returning your feelings...
This isn't a dream, right? It's not a dream, right?
Of course not.
I love you too. I love you, Akihisa.
I love you too. Let's make this work, Julia. I pulled this lovely girl into a tight hug.
It seems like it's best if you judge people not on the surface but what's inside. It would be useful to keep that in mind for life. Thank you for watching until the end.